It's really great to have Stephen on board. I hope he can do a better job than I've done on controlling those lids. I'd like to now talk about iPad. The iPad is this simple and magical device. It's always been a unique blend of simplicity and capability. But while the iPad has been beautifully simple on the outside since the very first one, it has advanced technology just jam-packed on the inside. From Apple's custom-designed powerful chips, to the ultra-fast Wi-Fi and cellular connectivity, to the incredible eyesight and FaceTime cameras. The technology is jam-packed in this incredibly thin and light package that you can take with you everywhere you go and use all day long. And as we packed more and more power and more performance and more capability in iPad, our customers and developers have begun to use it in ways we could not imagine. And now as you look around, iPad is everywhere. It's transforming the way we work, the way we learn, the way we play. And it's transforming the way we communicate. With so many people using iPad for so many things, in so many different places, it's not surprising that we've sold more iPads in the first 4 years than we've sold at any product in our history. In fact, we've sold over 225 million iPads around the world. Now, to put this in a little more perspective, if you look at the top 4 by volume PC manufacturers, the number of sales that they've done for the last 12 months and compare that to iPad beats them all. And this is their entire PC lineup, every notebook, every desktop, every 2-in-1, every all-in-one, every toaster refrigerator in one, all of them. This is pretty fantastic, and not by a little, but by a lot. But what's more important to us is that iPad has consistently been rated #1 in customer satisfaction. This is what makes our hearts sing. And iPad Mini Retina has scored an unbelievable 100% customer sat. These numbers you just don't see these numbers in customer sat. And so why are so many iPad users so satisfied? We think it comes back to this unique blend of simplicity and capability. And the fact that you can do so many things on iPad and you have such a great experience doing it. At the root of this is that we have over 675,000 apps in the App Store that have been custom designed to take advantage of the big, beautiful screen on iPad. And this is a huge advantage over our competition. The Verge said it well. A tablet is only as good as what you can do with it. And thanks to the hundreds of thousands of apps for the iPad Air, you can do more with it than any other tablet. This was one of the reasons they named the iPad Air the best tablet you can buy. So iPad Air is #1 in customer sat, but it's also #1 in usage. It's #1 in education. It's #1 in enterprise. It's #1 in consumer. When we launched the iPad Air just a year ago, we did so by showing that all of this power of the iPad was in a design that was so thin, it was thinner than a pencil. You may remember this. So what do you do when you make the best tablet in the world? How do you make it better? You do this. This is the new iPad Air 2. It's unbelievably gorgeous, and look how thin it is. Can you even see it? It is so incredible. And to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite Phil Schiller up. Phil?
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be able to tell you about the incredible new iPad Air 2. It is the thinnest iPad we have ever made, just 6.1 millimeters thin. That's 18% thinner than their first iPad Air, which was already 20% thinner than the iPad before it. It makes it the world's thinnest tablet. It is incredibly beautiful to hold all day long. The progress the team has made over just the last couple of years is unbelievable. Here's the original first iPad next to the new iPad Air 2. The new iPad Air 2 is so thin, you can stack two of them and still be thinner than the original iPad. It is amazing. What the team has done to pack so much technology and performance into the thinnest iPad is unbelievable. So how did they do it? Well, let's start with the display. The display is made up of a number of components, primarily the LCD, the touch layer, and glass. And in every iPad, there's been a micro-thin layer of air between each of those layers. Well, not satisfied with that, the team has optically bonded those together, laminated them to make a single component with no air gap. And that reduces the internal reflection and makes a sharper image and a thinner display. It makes the graphics and the text feel like they sit right on top and you're touching them with your finger. It's really beautiful. In addition, we've now created an anti-reflective coating for this multi-touch surface. This has never been done in a tablet before. It reduces reflections by 56%, making it even more beautiful as an image. So it is an incredible display. It is the only tablet that has this kind of a surface, and it's the lowest reflectivity of any tablet. So this will be the best tablet display you've ever seen in the thinnest tablet. But there's so much more that makes an iPad Air 2 great. And it starts with the brains inside it. A whole new generation chip, A8X. You've heard of the A8 chip with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, and it's blowing people away. Well, this is a new version created specifically for iPad Air 2. It is unbelievable. It's a second generation 64-bit architecture. It has 3 billion transistors. The iPad Air had an A7 with 1 billion transistors. 3 billion. It delivers up to 40% faster CPU performance for most of your apps. Some apps can achieve 2x performance in CPU. And the graphics are out of this world. 2.5 times faster what was already the industry-leading graphic performance. Just look what the team has done. The original iPad started with an A4 chip, and now we're 12 times faster than that with iPad Air 2. But check out this graphics performance. We're now at 180 times faster. Add to that the work the software team is doing with technologies like Metal to let developers get full access to that performance without any software overhead. We're able to now deliver console-level graphics for overhead. We're able to now deliver console-level graphics in the palm of your hand. And that's what a lot of the developers are doing. We're working with game developers, and they're now bringing the engines, not from their mobile gaming, but from their desktop gaming systems right onto iPad Air 2. And all this power in such a thin package, the team has worked to ensure that you have that great all-day battery life, 10 hours of battery, so you don't have to give up any of that. Along with the A8X, we have the new M8 motion coprocessor. This works to read data from the sensors like the accelerometer and gyroscope, and it instantly calibrates it so all your apps get incredibly accurate data. And there's also the new barometer for measuring relative elevation, and developers can take advantage of that too. But perhaps the feature people love the most about their iPads is the camera, the built-in iSight camera. And some people have been surprised by that, but it really makes a lot of sense. The iPad is the best viewfinder for composing your photos and your videos. You can see the scene, you can take incredible photos, you can edit them right on the device and share them instantly with people around the world. And not only do we all like taking pictures and videos, but developers like taking advantage of these cameras to build incredible applications that haven't existed on any other platform. Things like applications for helping coaches train their players with Coach's Eye, or consumer apps like Prismo that lets you scan and translate documents on the fly, or apps like Caribou that let a parent read with FaceTime to their children from anywhere around the world, or Home Styler that lets you create a virtual reality image of your own home, then lay out the furniture and interior design of it. This and hundreds of more applications take full advantage of the cameras we build into the iPad, and the developers and the customers who use these apps are going to love the new iSight camera. It's a huge jump forward for iPad. It's a full new 8 megapixel iSight camera. It has large 1.12 micron pixels, has a fast 2.4 aperture. It takes photos and 1080p HD video. It has a great sensor. It's combined with the Apple design lens, but really what rounds it out is the brains behind it all, the image signal processing that's done in that 8X chip. And it does an incredible job. I'm going to show you some photos now that were taken with an iPad Air 2, unretouched, right off of it, and tell me you're not going to be blown away that these were taken with an iPad. Look at that photo. That's a beautiful landscape scene. You can see the quality of the auto HDR that creates amazing exposure. Look at the low noise in that blue sky. And it is a remarkable photo. Here's another. People are just not going to believe these are taken with the iPad you bring with you to do work, and you're taking incredible photos with it. Here's a shot from above the Golden Gate Bridge. You see the incredible accurate color it delivers and the great depth of field. Here's my favorite of the bunch. It's a portrait photo. The skin tones are just perfect. The background is painterly. It's an amazing photo. Of course, we all love taking macros and showing them to the world. Here's a great one. Look at the level of detail in the feathers. You can't tell, is that taxidermy or live? Don't worry, it's live. For the first time with iPad, you can take large panoramas up to 43 megapixels. So you take your iPad on vacation, you can share your mountain scenery with all your friends. For the first time on iPad, you can take burst mode photos. So taking something that has high-speed action, you can grab it, just like this photo. Yeah, isn't that incredible? For the first time with the iPad iSight camera, you can do time-lapse. So here's a time-lapse. It's taken in Venice. You maybe recognize it. Now, there's a group of boats that are going to start coming down together. See, there they are. That was the George Clooney wedding party that came by as we were shooting that. Still waiting for my invitation. This we took recently in Albuquerque at the Balloon Fiesta, that gathering there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it is. Also, for the first time on iPad, you can do slow-mo videos. Yeah, customers are going to love taking these. This is 120 frames per second at 720p. Pretty cool. You heard that audio. There's now dual microphones to get better quality audio in your videos as well. Well, in addition to the all-new iSight camera and all those capabilities, There's a new FaceTime camera on the front side as well. A whole new FaceTime camera sensor has a larger 2.2 aperture, lets in 80% more light, and combined with the 8X chip, you get improved face detection. For the first time, you can do burst selfies, which kids love to do. This chip is amazing. It does HDR with a single image, not combining multiple images, which keeps it really sharp. And you can do videos with HDR as well. So with all these great new cameras, all this great new performance, also faster connectivity too. iPad Air 2 is faster Wi-Fi, 802.11 AC with MIMO. That delivers 2.8 times faster performance, up to 866 megabit per second throughput. There's also faster LTE with more bands. There's up to 150 megabit per second. That's using carrier aggregation. And it's 20 LTE bands. That's more than any other tablet. So it connects at high LTE speeds on more networks around the world. But perhaps the most requested feature from customers is Touch ID. Now, like many of us, if you have Touch ID in your iPhone, you've probably picked up your iPad and put your finger on the home button only to see that it doesn't unlock because you didn't have Touch ID. We get used to it so quickly. Well, now with iPad Air 2, there is Touch ID, and it reads your fingerprint and quickly unlocks your iPad without having to enter the passcode. And it works with our stores, so you can purchase in the iTunes Store and the App Store. And it works with the new iOS 8 developer apps that support Touch ID, so you can unlock Evernote or Mint or your Day One journal just with your fingerprint. And as you know, all of us who use iPads, well, we're prodigious shoppers. We love to use our iPad to sit back and surf the web and make purchases, and particularly with all those 675,000 apps, many of them help us make purchases. And now with Touch ID, you'll be able to use Apple Pay to make online purchases. Now this isn't for retail point of sale purchase. This is for online purchasing within all the apps. They're going to support Apple Pay, and there are going to be many of them growing starting on Monday. So it'll be the best way to shop online. Of course, iPad Air 2 comes with a brand new iOS 8.1 that Craig just showed us and all the incredible features it has. And our developers have had a great time using the performance of the A8X chip and taking advantage of all the power in iPad 2 to do remarkable things. And developers have too. We've given a few of them early access to the iPad Air 2 and to see what they can do with it with their incredible applications. Well, I'd like to show you two of those this morning. The first is a great team. The two brothers started a company in Lithuania, and they've had a hit application on OS X called Pixelmator. Perhaps you know it. It's a professional quality image editing application. It's been a big hit on the Mac, and now they're here today to show you the work they're doing on iPad. I'd like to bring up Idis to tell you all about it.
Thank you. Thank you. After 2 years of work, we are really excited to show you the new Pixelmator for iPad today. It's a full-featured image editing app. We are going to open a 4K image of the Arabian Desert. It's really exciting that we can work so smoothly with large images like this. The new iPad handles those images faster and better than ever before. We created a graphic by using the shadow of the actual oryx in the sand and some text, which we'll bring in as a new layer. I'd like to place it here at the bottom, but I see there is a straggler oryx that would interfere with the graphic. So let's remove the oryx right now. We were able to bring our repair tool from our award-winning Mac version to the iPad, and it works fantastic. By simply brushing over the oryx, our app will take care of removing it, but still maintain the background. That is 2 times faster on the new iPad compared to iPad Air. Notice how the texture in the sand is intact even though the oryx is gone. Let's place the graphic back at the bottom and size it to fit. Now let's blend the graphic with the background to complement the color of the sand. Next, I'd like to apply a filter to enhance the color and darken the edges a bit. We can adjust the depth and strength of the effect. Notice the very fast response time. So that's a quick peek of Pixelmator for iPad coming later this month in the App Store. The power of the new iPad is perfect for the new Pixelmator. We've seen improvement of up to 3 times in many aspects of the app. It's a fantastic pairing that will make image editing a breeze. Thank you.
Next, there's an exciting new video editing application that has everyone a buzz. It's called Replay. It's from a bunch of brilliant scientists from France. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to bring up Jeff Boudier to show you what they've been up to. Welcome, Jeff.
With Replay, you can use your iPad to create amazingly rich videos without knowing anything about editing. With me is my co-founder François. Let's take a look. We all take so many photos, so many videos. Often we don't have time to do anything with them. Like these videos from a trip in Utah. To make a nice movie edit out of all this, it would take me hours of work, right? Well, let's select all these clips and see how long it takes Replay to make a movie. My movie is already playing. What just happened? In one tap, thank you. In one tap, Replay analyzed all my videos, added beautiful motion graphics, and synchronized everything to the beat of the music. Okay, let's do it again, but try a different style. I love this style. Replay runs computer vision algorithms to find the best accent color for each video, then desaturates the rest. And with Metal, this code runs 20 times faster than using the CPU. But this style is too romantic. Let's try something more vibrant. Nice. I love how Replay picks the background colors to match the videos. Now I want to add a text slide. Let me show you how easy it is. How about Utah road trip? Just as easy. I can add captions, trim videos, or reorder things. The result, again, is instant. We created a custom rendering engine on top of OpenGL, and with each new processor, Replay gets faster. And with A8X, we get 4 times faster rendering than on A7. Now, I'm really excited to show you something never done before on mobile. It's very Hollywood. See how the light interacts with the text? I can even set the lighting color while my movie is playing. This effect is called volumetric lighting, and Replay renders it in real time on the iPad. This is truly desktop class performance. We believe video creation should be easy and instant. With this new iPad and Metal, our vision becomes reality. This new style will be available end of October, and you can get Replay for free on the App Store today. We can't wait to see what you'll create. Thank you. Thank you.
So those are just 2 examples from the over 675,000 apps on the App Store that take unique advantage of iPad. And you can see now the apps are doing things on iPad on a thin mobile device that previously would have taken the highest end desktop computers to do. And you can do this anywhere you go. So this is the new iPad Air 2, packed with an incredible range of new technologies and innovation. Next generation Retina display with no air gaps and anti-reflective coating. Our second generation 64-bit chip for iPad, the A8X, with 3 billion transistors. The new 8-megapixel iSight camera and all those incredible features. The new FaceTime HD camera. Ultra-fast 802.11 AC wireless and 20 bands of LTE for fast performance around the world. And of course, the most requested feature, Touch ID. All of this packed into the thinnest iPad we have ever made. You just have to hold it outside when you get a chance to see just how incredible this is. It will blow you away. So if you want to get one, and if you're like me, you're just dying to, what will it cost? Well, first, it comes in silver, space gray, and the new gold that you've seen here. And it starts at $499. That's the price of the previous iPad Air for Wi-Fi with 16 gigs. $599 for 64 gigs. That's $100 less than before. And $699 for 128 gigs. Again, $100 less expensive than before. So much more power, great new features, thinner device, and more affordable. There are also cellular versions for $130 more, and that is the new iPad Air 2. At the same time, we have an update today for iPad mini as well. We call it iPad mini 3. It's the third generation of iPad mini. It comes in silver, space gray, and gold. And of course, it includes the new Touch ID feature as well. It will start at $399, $499, and $599, new memory configurations, and have cellular versions as well. And both iPad Air 2, iPad mini 3 are made in the most environmentally friendly way possible. We're really proud of this and always want to point it out. So those are the two new lines of iPad, iPad Air 2, iPad mini 3. We're going to keep iPad mini 2 and iPad Air in the line and reduce them by $100 so everyone has something at each price point. So those are more affordable as well. And the original iPad mini, we're going to continue to sell it now at an all-new price of just $249. Previously it was $299. So that now means our lineup has the lowest price point ever for iPad, $249. It means iPad 2, Mini 2, and iPad Air have been reduced by $100. We have an all-new iPad Mini 3 and all-new iPad Air 2 at the high end with more features and capabilities in the thinnest iPad we've ever offered. So a lot of changes up and down the entire line. To get iPad Mini 3 and iPad Air 2, you can start to order them tomorrow. We'll take pre-orders tomorrow, October 17th, and they'll begin to ship by the end of next week. So that's iPad.